the self-justice system, lack of awareness-based offenses are considered especially heinous. In Chicago City, the dedicated dudes that investigate these vicious, unmindful felonies are members of an elite squad known as the Accountability Unit. These are their stories.
So, in a few seconds, you guys are going to watch a video clip of a father who signed as the legal father of what he thought was his child. And he explained that he didn't really know what the repercussions were because he didn't think at the time that the child wasn't his.
Let's stop right there. You know, I never really thought about that particular part of this video until I seen this video. Because I was in the household from conception until I couldn't be there any longer. The lack of her self-respect and disrespected me, I had to go.
Which, rightfully so. I mean, if you're signing, and you're with that person, you're thinking, that's my child. But I want to throw out some statistics that I thought are rather earth-shattering or very mind-opening, just to kind of piece the puzzle pieces together of this whole child support system. So last year, America, all 50 states, collected roughly about $33 billion in child support payments collectively. The state of California in the year 2020 made $430 million off of child support payments. And if some of you don't know, a majority of the states in America do not pay 100% of the child support payments to the child, meaning they're keeping a portion of it.
This is a fact that I was unaware of, even myself at first. But once I found out and I passed along that information to both of my son's mothers, son's moms, one of them accused me of trying to get out of it, as if what I was saying was incorrect. And after I told them both to do some research and they found out that I was telling the truth.
Not only that, the state of California, for example, I'm mentioning them because they seem to be the most corrupt out of the child support system, and I may be wrong, but they charge a 10% interest rate on any past due child support payments. So they just keep tacking it on, right?
Have you lost your job due to no fault of your own? It don't matter. They taxing your ass. So mind you, you're paying for your children and their children and your boss's children.
Another thing that I found interesting was that the federal government, and I already knew this, but I didn't know to the extent, actually reimburses states 66% of the child support they collect, meaning the states are getting back 66 cents per every dollar. Now let's talk about how child support is really for the children, though.
And even after hearing all these facts, you would still hear a lot of women say that these are just lies, or that men rigged these stats. While you would also get women like her who would still decide to divorce their husbands in hopes of getting the moon in child support, and when it does not happen, they would complain as seen here.
I'm divorced. I thought I'd be happier, except the judge set the child support amount at $326 a month. $326 a month for 2 kids for child support is what he has to pay me.
Here's my problem with that statement. It's ransom. It's females collecting ransom money for children that they claim that they love. They're so hurt and broken behind whatever went on that, that they're not focused on preparing the child and raising he or she properly. They want to get paid for it. It's the equivalent of the ladies wanting the wedding but not wanting to be the wives. Further, my second son, mom, was the one that held my son for ransom. She literally called me and told me he couldn't come over anymore. He can't see me until she gets more money. I told her to go back to the same place where she petitioned at and talk to them about that. Do you know that probably 3 minutes later after she told me that, she made my son call me to tell me the exact thing she had already told me? So not only was she looking to hurt me, she was looking to hurt him. And yet she says she loves him. But it's the old adage. Women don't love men. They only love what men can do for them. And that's the same thing with their children. If they'll do it to their own children that came out their body, that they went through pain for, we don't stand a chance as men. But for the most part, a lot of us have woken up and we're not taking it anymore. I wouldn't call it no soft guy era stuff, but I'm not taking no more nonsense off any of them.
$326 a month because he's not working, because he chooses not to. I was able to cross-examine him, which was fun. And I asked him how many hours a week he spends working or trying to sell houses, because technically he still has a real estate license, so technically he's still a realtor. He said 15 hours a week approximately is how many hours he works per week. Grown man, grown able-bodied man with transportation and no childcare to worry about, says he works 15 hours a week, which I think is kind of a high estimate. I'd put it more at like 0 hours per week. So $326 a month for 2 kids. Fun, right? And this is after I was super gracious and let him keep his parenting time. The guardian.
Let him keep his parenting time. You hear that language? I, the female, let this man keep his God-given natural right of parenting time.
Ad litem recommended 0 parenting time for dad.